Greetings, friends. Welcome to our reading this week. We are still in the sun in Gemini. Today it is at 25 degrees, and we have the moon moving through Libra. We just finished a square between the sun and the moon, so we have a half moon over the last couple days. So I noticed in my life that I had a lot of things come up where I had to make decisions, and sometimes I didn't have all the answers, so I had to just deduce what was the most appropriate and logical thing to do at the time, and that also felt in alignment with my path ahead. I noticed that as I moved through each decision, the next plateau slightly changed where, okay, I said what I needed to say, but I still haven't moved forward completely because not everything's revealed. So I'm not sure if that's something that you've been kind of going through as well. And not that I'm saying everything has to be revealed, but it's like incrementally allowing the pathway to light up, and like there's certain parts of the path that haven't lit up before I can make that next step. But I knew I had to make like a decision in order to even get to the place that isn't lit up yet. I hope that makes sense. So we've just moved through that sun moon square, and now we're going to be moving to the trine on Sunday. So it's a little bit more of a flow between the emotions and the mind. And remember, Gemini sun, Libra moon is definitely more of a harmonious aspect. They speak each other's language, so it definitely allows a common intellectual thread to be woven, between the emotions and the conscious mind, the subconscious, the conscious mind. So that being said, we also have Venus in Gemini, and I believe I want to say she's about 28 degrees, and Mercury is at 26. So they are all next to each other, those three. Venus and Mercury will be moving into Cancer, I believe, on Monday. I want to say Monday. Actually, I have my book right here. I can look. Let's look and see. Okay, so Venus moves in to Cancer at 11:20 p.m. on Sunday Pacific time, and Mercury moves into Cancer at 2:07 a.m. Monday morning Pacific time as well. And then they have their conjunction at 5:42 a.m. Pacific time. So they will be bringing up that emotion, the mental intellectual thoughts will be kind of diving down into the waters and bringing all that up, as well as Venus, the feelings, the planet of love, giving, receiving, kind of that cozy essence. A lot of emotions may be coming up there, but they will be probably on the same page or trying to get on the same page. So keeping that in mind, it may become pretty emotional on the Monday. And I know we have a square coming up. We have on Sunday between Venus and Neptune. So what we really desire and want in life may not be aligning. We may not always be able to see eye to eye on that. There may be like some kind of conflict or decision that has to be made in order to move through, and it may not necessarily even get us to where we want to go, but that's okay. As we make decisions and we let things go and we clear things out, the way becomes clearer, right? So at least we hope. I have this one here. We hope. So as all things, I always urge everyone to call in their guardians of light, angels, ancestors of light, ascended masters, God, goddess, source energy, whatever you call that spark of life that illuminates us all in the whole universe, to ignite our highest self, so we're moving forward in the best, highest pathway we can for our happiest, highest good, and to take action on the signs and symbols and the language of the universe that's presented to us in the best way. And sometimes it just takes time to, sometimes we need to just take the time to drop in and have ourselves as the reflection, and really just flow with what we're reflecting within ourselves. And then that shows us the greater pathway. So the cards that I'm pulling from today are the Hidden Worlds cards. I wanted to do something a little different. I actually haven't pulled these out in about over a year or two, and I did give a reading the other day. I did an astrology reading. It was lovely, and I pulled these out. I felt like they were being called. So the first card that we got is the Tree of Illuminations, Truth, Revelations, Understandings. So there's a lot of things that are coming to light right now, and we may not always be clear on things, but right now things are being revealed that otherwise may have not been revealed. I'm going to read a little bit about this one. So it is within the branches of the trees that knowledge and wisdom will be found. Do not ask yourself any more. Ask the trees, and the answer will be yours. This is interesting because through different people, sources, pathways, I've been hearing, ask the trees, like get out into nature and connect with nature. Ask the trees. The trees have the messages. The trees are constantly talking to each other. They are interwoven in their roots into the cellular structure of the planet, the root structure of the planet, whatever you want to call it. So they are receiving the electromagnetic impulses of everyone that walks the earth, right? Because we all give out those electromagnetic fields and vibrations. So the trees, nature, has the answer. It's always reflecting back, but do we hear it? So taking that time to get out and get the illuminations. And I feel like this next card kind of goes along with that. It's called the Gift, Present, Honoring, Offering. So, you know, when we may be unsure or just not know the next step, how can we just be in the present moment? What do we need right now? What does our body need? How can we soothe our consciousness? What is the next step that we need to take as a being on the planet in a physical body? What's the most appropriate thing that we need to do next? So what have we carved out of our schedule? What is our higher presence calling us forward to do? The next card is the Spirit of Song, Freedom, Action, Power. So where is your life expanding in spring? So like, where's the spring of your life right now? Where are you growing? Where can you give more nurturing and growth to that will continue to blossom? I'm also seeing like the low-lying fruits, the things that are just about to blossom. What can you give a little bit more energy to nourish, to ripen that fruit, or to beautify and bring more life to that flower? There are things that we can do to just give a little bit more in the areas of our own lives to help us blossom in the ways that are our life's gift as a created being on the planet in a physical body. Remember, we're spirits, and our body is the manifestation of our spirit. So our body is that vehicle, where our spirit is the actual essence, the thing that moves through the planet and connects with everyone else's spirit. That's the body is here, and we got to take care of it, but it's the spirit that is the thing that is housing the body, which is, we've been taught the other way around. Our body's housing our spirit, but it's our spirit that's housing our body, and our body is the most densest manifestation of our spirit. Like on the Tree of Life, you have the 10 Sephirah, the first Sephirah being Kether, the most non-physical spiritual aspect. Same thing with the chakra system. The crown chakra is the most non-physical spiritual aspect. Whereas you come down the Tree of Life, you come down the chakra system, you move through the states and levels of consciousness and density, and then you come into the most dense place, which is the physical plane, after moving through the etheric, through the emotional, through the archaic, the archetypal realms, So you move down through the levels of consciousness into the physical state. So the red chakra, the root chakra, is the most dense, primal state of being. Malkut on the Tree of Life is the most dense manifest Sephirah that includes the planet Earth and all its inhabitants. So our body is that manifestation of the spirit. Last card, the mirror. So what's being reflected to us? We have these reflections all the time. Other lives, past lives, dimensional lives. So we're closing up a lot of cycles right now. A lot of things may be coming up for closure. Closure so that we can renew and move forward. It's really important that, if possible, we don't hang on to them and we don't restart a cycle that's already completed. So the illumination, I am a dimensional being who has lived 1,000 lives, all with their wisdom and lessons to teach. So also with this card, I'm hearing that we have our other parallel lives, existences, guardians of light, beings of light, that are here looking through the mirror, looking through the window. Metaphorically, they're really right next to each other. Us. There is no window, there is no mirror, there is no door. We're all connected, right? But they are there to assist us, to guide us. So calling in the tools that are appropriate for our own evolvement, our own support through our connections in the non-physical realms as we move forward and we walk on the planet. So how can the non-physical, how can the other doorways, how can the other mirrors assist us in the highest and best way possible? So calling that in and allowing that support to be with you. We've been in the Gemini energies for a while now. We'll be moving into Cancer. So we're going to be diving deep into those emotional realms. So may our mind be clear and our heart also, so they can move together in a unified way along with spirit. So I'm sending you so much love and so much blessings through this week ahead and into our new season of Cancer and the summer solstice, which will be on Thursday of this coming week. I believe it's the 20th. And yep, 20th at 1:51 p.m. when the sun moves into Cancer, and we'll have the summer solstice, which is the climax of the solar light of the year. It's the longest day of the year. So it's the most projective, masculine energy in its height on that day. It's where the winter solstice is the feminine, the longest night, the shortest day. So, all right, my dear hearts, many blessings of light. If you'd like to book a reading, please feel free to let me know. I am doing this online, and I will see you later.